guys, I am Brianna Wilson and we're United Medicare Advisors, and we're just here to give you some helpful tips on some things you should know about your Medicare and that are really helpful that we found, because this is all we do all day is help you guys with Medicare. I have been a United Medicare Advisor for a year and 2 months, so based on what I've seen, these are the most helpful tips that I have for you. Medicare gives you 6 months before your Medicare Part B starts to find your supplemental plan, and they give you 6 months after to find it. Now, this 6 months window is so important because that is how you get the best price for your supplement. So the best advice that I would give you is that to take full advantage of the full 6 months that they give you to find this plan, and find the best plan for you the right time the first time. That would be my best suggestion for them.
I definitely agree. My name is Tyler Rasmussen. I've been with UMA now for 2 years. And kind of piggybacking off of what you said, take your time, take a deep breath. You know, Medicare gives you that time to make sure you make the right decision. But also you want to stick to their timeline. You know, it's better to be ahead of the game rather than be, you know, the last second trying to get everything figured out. The reason they give you that 6 months is to make sure that you are able to look and compare every single company, every single plan, to make sure you get the best coverage for you, you know, with a great company at obviously a low, great price, you know, comparing the other carriers.
Right, and I really couldn't agree more. My name is Derek Muntz, and I've been here with United Medicare Advisors for 2 years now. And yeah, just sit back, relax. Medicare can be a very complicated and a complex system, and it really doesn't help that you get to be pretty popular when you're about to turn 65 with all the phone calls and the mailings that you've probably been getting. But really, that's where we come into play as well. We help take the burden off of you because we shop the Medicare supplement market for you, so you don't have to spend hours of your own time perusing around the internet and trying to do that yourself.
Now, if you're already on Medicare, our biggest piece of advice, you know, whether you're on a Medicare supplement plan or a Medicare Advantage plan, it's always smart to shop your plan every single year. Compare, you know, whether it's your price that's changing, whether it's your specific needs that are changing for your coverage. It's best to compare and look at the different options. Now, if you're already a client of ours, as you know, that's something we do for you every year. We help make sure that you're in the best situation possible. And if you're not a client of ours, know that that's something that, you know, we would do for you.
Right, and just to add on to that, it's also very important to make sure that if you are already on Medicare, make sure you're not becoming complacent or you're not marrying yourself to a specific company just because you've had them in the past, maybe for employer coverage, whatever the case might have been. There's definitely a geographical factor that comes into play whenever you take a look at the rates for these programs. So, for instance, one company might be really competitive with employer group coverage, but that same exact company might be overpriced for their Medicare programs. So just making sure that you are putting yourself in the best position forward with your health care, that's something that we love to help people do.
Also, you should consider the things that you're going to need outside of the doctors and hospitals. Your Medicare and your supplement and your Advantage plans, they take care of the things at the doctors and hospitals. But there are several things that you're going to need outside the doctors and hospitals, including dental, vision, and hearing, but also things like critical illness coverage to help protect you in case you are diagnosed with any sort of cancer, heart attack, or stroke. These are extra protections that will come in and help you, that we can help evaluate for you every year to make sure that you have enough significant coverage, so that way if something does happen outside the doctors and hospitals, you're covered there also.
I love being an advisor here with United Medicare Advisors because it really allows me to help do something I'm passionate about, which is help people problem solve. Being able to take a complex system like Medicare and break it down into a simple, easy to understand method is just really rewarding for me. A lot of the people that I've helped out in the past, they might be working with low income or fixed budgets, so just being able to make sure that they are in the best position possible, because every dollar does count. And making sure that we do have their best interests in mind, that we can genuinely be an advocate to people on Medicare is why I enjoy coming into work every day.
So why I love being a UMA agent is because I am in a position to help people, and I am so passionate about helping people. One of the most memorable stories that I have is that a woman was overpaying for her coverage by hundreds of dollars. And when we pulled up her options on the market, there were options that were about maybe $200 less than what she was paying. That would have covered her great. But then there was another option that covered her just as well, but it was about $300 less. So because of where I am, I was in a position to tell her about that plan because I'm not commission based, and I truly had the client's best interests at heart, and we got to save her a ton of money when she was just diagnosed with breast cancer. So that's what I would say would be my favorite part about being a UMA agent, is those type of life-changing events.
I have a very similar experience. That's one of my favorite parts of this job, is the fact that I can take people from being overwhelmed and being confused and being scared about this, scenario of coming on to Medicare or comparing their Medicare plans. I've had a specific client that comes to mind that was in South Carolina, was grossly overpaying for her coverage. I got her into the exact same plan she had, ended up saving her over $1,500 a year. She started off the conversation by hanging up on me, using a few choice words, wasn't very happy that I was calling. I immediately called back to see how I could help her, any way that I could have helped her. By the end of the call, she was crying and thanking me because now she was going to be able to afford to see her grandkids in Texas. So there's an impact that we have, and it's a legitimate impact that we can really help people and make sure that they have the best coverage possible at the best price.
And personally, I would feel comfortable and confident knowing that any advisor here at United Medicare Advisors would have my own family members' best intentions in mind whenever they're helping them out with this.
So with that being said, my extension is 3.
Thank you guys for listening to our tips. I hope you guys take these into consideration and allow us to help you during this very, very important time in your life going on to Medicare.